Hey guys, Jake from Sharp. Today we are taking a look at the Ryusen Hamono Fukaku-ryu petty in 135 millimeters. So, like I said, this guy's got 135 millimeter blade length, which is kind of right in the middle of where you'll see petties, normally ranging from like 90 up all the way to 150, and an overall length of 260 millimeters. It's going to be made out of a core steel called ATS 314. If you're unfamiliar with this, it's kind of somewhere between a VG10 and an R2. So it's going to sharpen a little bit better, and it's going to take a finer edge, much like an R2 would, but it's not going to be quite as tough as something like a VG10. So you don't want to be swinging this around like a madman, but when it does come time to sharpen it up, it's going to sharpen a little bit quicker, and it's got fantastic edge retention. It's been used for a relatively long time for shears, both kitchen shears and barber shears, because it is very corrosion resistant, and it is quite tough. So also we have a stainless cladding while we're here, a stainless Damascus cladding. Really nice contrast between the matte and the higher polished stuff there. It is a little bit more understated, which is my preference when it comes to Damascus. And we have a pretty interesting maple handle here. So you can see it kind of juts out a little bit here and gets a little bit thicker. Probably better if I show you that way. Really, really comfortable. I'm super into the handles on these guys. And well, it's not all of them. I would say about 90-95% of them do have some figurine, some crazier than others, and a lot of them do have some flame to that if you are picking that up on the camera. So some beautiful handles. Part of my favorite thing about the Ryusens is the fit finish. So you can see there, they always do a really, really good job with the handle to tang construction and on the entire knife. I've not seen any bad quality control on any of these guys ever, so you can expect that same when you get one for yourself. Some more specs. This guy is going to be relatively shallow, so this is going to be great for intricate work, especially if you're like peeling or turning vegetables, or even just capping things that's short enough that you can really get your thumb in there and then pop things off with it, because that's only going to be 26 millimeters from the heel to the spine. It's going to be 1.5 millimeters on the spine as well, so very, very thin on this guy. That being said, it's going to have some great rigidity because ATS 314 does offer great rigidity, and being a full stainless construction, that's going to help with that as well. Super light knife. I can't stress that enough. This guy being a 135 is only 55 grams, and the balance point is going to be just kind of at the back of the handle, which realistically does seem a little bit far back, but I would like to stress that when it weighs 55 grams, it almost doesn't matter anymore. The knife is so light that no matter how or where you hold it, it's going to feel very, very nimble. It does have that K or reverse tanto tip on it, so it's going to get very, very shallow at the edge. That's going to make this knife fantastic for more detailed work. If you're brunoising a lot of garlic or shallots, or even parting out a chicken and trying to get between those bones, well, you will have to be a little bit more careful being such a thin and shallow knife for tasks like that. It's going to be deadly accurate, and it'll do a fantastic job at those things if you are being careful with it. It's heat treated to 61 Rockwell hardness, and like I said, the edge retention is going to be a step up from VG10, and it is going to sharpen a little bit easier. So, cool little knife, especially if you're looking for something really light and a little bit shallower for more detailed-oriented work. This guy's going to be a fantastic pick for you. So, one more time, this has been the Ryusen Hamono Fukaku-ryu petty in 135 millimeters. Cheers!